Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another car video. 3 ways to get a beautiful woman. 3 ways. Because let's be real, in this space, most dudes feel like they can get that bottom feeder. That's why y'all talk about them so much. Most dudes think, confident getting like that average looking woman, she might have a few pounds extra, plain Jane face. A lot of dudes are confident with that. But when it gets to that beautiful woman, oh my God. Dudes lose their little minds. I mean, they'll change up. You ever see that shit? This dude be like Joe Cool. And then he see that beautiful woman, that fine woman, got the beautiful face, killer body. And then it's like... Or, sometimes they can't even move. I've seen guys, like, they just freeze. They cool any other time, talking any other shit. They see that beautiful woman, like, they can't even talk. You be like, dude, put this back up. Like, come on, man. It's crazy to me, right? Hold on, let me blast this just real quick. Hold on a second. Blasting this real quick, man. Windows all fogged up and everything. That's what happens. Man, she took that. Alright, I can see it now. Yeah, dudes be going crazy, but really, there's about 3 ways you can really get a beautiful woman. At least on paper. At least, I'm going to say at least on paper. Reason why I say it like that, because the first 2, that's where dudes really have trouble. Like all the way around. The third one, it's just a mindset thing. It's just people can change that mindset like right away as soon as they hear me explain it. But I'll say that one for last, right? Like the first way, man. Like I always talk about body game and everything. The main thing with the body game is to arouse a woman sexually. People keep forgetting that beautiful woman, the beautiful face, killer body, looking like an angel on earth and stuff. Still got a like functioning vagina. Which means she gets turned on by men sexually. Let me say that again, turned on by men sexually, because see, a lot of guys be like, well, if you send her some money or something, first of all, or give her some money, have some money, that'll turn her on. No, those are diesel women, and those are acculturated prostitutes or acceptable hoes. But you get just a regular beautiful woman, especially if she was born that way and she just chilling, she still wants some. Shit, when you talk about the sexual underworld, shit, who you think be up in there? Yeah, you got some jacked up women up in there, but you got some beautiful ones too. That's the main thing. So, that might be just like, hey, just like dudes are checking those beautiful women now, all those beautiful women be checking out dudes. They be looking, shit. How you think some of those beautiful women, excuse me, how you think some of those beautiful women be having babies? I seen some of those baby mamas and stuff. They be fine as hell. Somebody had to have sex with them. Shit, somebody had to, they had to think enough of somebody to have unprotected sex with them. Shit. Come on, y'all. Come on. So that's the first thing right there. Work on your sex appeal. That's why I emphasize that. That's why all my books, anybody's read my books, I'm big on sex. I'm big on it. And even my most popular videos on here got to do with sex. And it's funny, that's where people attack the most. Like there was some cat, I ain't gonna give his name. Some people might know who he is, but some cat did a video in response to me. And I saw the title and stuff, because I always say give women that pleasure. And a lot of dudes, a lot of lame ass dudes don't get the point of that. You give women pleasure, that's like putting $100 into a savings account and then 2 months later getting $10,000 back. You give a woman pleasure, that's the woman who's gonna get up. Like you have her screaming, you got her hollering and stuff, she feel good. That's the same woman that's gonna come back and she gonna get up, go fix you a plate. Shout out C Boogie, make you some French toast. Do some stuff for you. Go clean up your stuff. Shoot, suck your dick in its entirety. Because you made her feel good. She gives it back. She gives it back 100-fold. I don't know why some dudes can't get it because they ain't getting it like that. But anyway, whatever the case, that beautiful woman, that dime, that whatever, shit, she want to be in front of you for doggy style just like any other woman. Shit, she want to get on. Shit, she want to. In fact, if a woman is in like top-notch physical shape, she actually has a better chance of having an orgasm. She has a way better chance because she'll have a better blood flow, hormones working better, all that stuff. Shit, she'll squirt. So that's one thing. That's one thing right there. And then the second thing is just talk to them. Just be cool. For all the shit, I'm gonna tell you what, all relationships really come down to whether two people click personality-wise. People throw all this extra shit in and try to make it work, but at the end of the day, the ones that like really work is because the two people clicked. I remember I was on a radio show back when I first got started. It was in the DC area. We had an old school player on there, and he was talking about, yeah, you just gotta click with them. All those beautiful women got a personality. Some dudes be forgetting that shit. They just see the outside and think they dealing with some airhead, but they got a personality range that deal with a bunch of stuff. Some of them could be quiet, you know, and intellectual. Some could be chatty, boobalatties, clingy, all that stuff. Shit, some of them can be controlling. Some of them could be passive aggressive. Shit, some could be totally businesslike. I mean, there's a range of it. There's a range of personalities in there, and they look for the guy that they click with. Even if that guy don't look as good to them, shoot. If he look decent and they click personality-wise, shoot, in her mind, they'll look better. That's sometimes why you'll see a very beautiful woman with an average-looking or, in a few occasions, ugly guy. Because they click personality-wise, and he grew on her or something. You know? She can talk how she want to talk and be free around them. You know, so if you can do that, and the reason why I say it on paper for those two, because, well, one, a lot of guys don't want to work on their sex appeal. You know, they don't want to work on being physically sexy to a woman. And let's be real, the second one, that's where the problem is. A lot of dudes just got fucked up personalities. Because that's one thing. One thing about a player. And this is something I've seen universally with players. Like, you get a lot of dudes who aren't players try to say this and that about them, but you actually talk to real players, real womanizers. They actually cool-ass motherfuckers. They actually cool as shit. They talk to you, all that shit. Real cool with you. Like, the true players, especially as good as they are, even if they quiet, they good to you. They like, all right, we cool. They don't be tripping a lot. Usually, you don't see their bad side until you fuck with them. And that's usually, then that's what people say, oh, yeah, jerk. And even when women complain about them, women say a negative thing about anybody who, you know, didn't follow the plan that they had. They'll say that, knowing otherwise, because then they'll say, yeah, he a jerk. And then 6 months later, you'd be like, hey, girl, where you going? Well, I'm going over dude's house. We worked it out. I'm like, I thought he was a jerk. Oh, no, he wasn't a jerk. I was just talking. So, you know, so that personality thing, those are tough. But I'm going to tell you the third thing, though, and this is easy. You can change this mindset as soon as you hear me say it. Stop putting these women on a pedestal. Okay, yeah, they got some good genetics where, you know, consensus of people find them physically attractive. But yeah, they be in the gym, got killer body, shit, stopping traffic and all that shit. But they still take a shit like everybody else. They still pee like everybody else. They don't, you know, they take a shit. They don't have dust coming out that shit. You know, they'll see you get rubbed the wrong way. They can still cry like everybody else. They're human. Shit, unless you see them fly. A lot of times, and in fact, a lot of times, if you just say hi to them, a lot of times they responsive. Usually, like people say, well, they were bitches and all of that. Usually that happens because here's the problem with a lot of guys. A lot of guys put these women on a pedestal. They put them on a pedestal, don't treat them right. Instead of just being authentic and cool, they come up with some dumb stuff. Okay, one, they act like they scared of them. God damn, dude. You know? They act like they scared of them and stuff. Like, I knew this woman, she was fine as hell. She had a celebrity, I can call his name, he was on her hard. And she liked me because she said, Ron, you don't act like you're scared of me. I'm like, yeah, all right. You know, cool. But seriously, a lot of guys act like they scared to talk to them. Or if they do talk to them, do dumb shit, want to lie to them, do all this extra shit. I'm like, nah, just be your thing. Just treat them okay. Yeah, they had some good genetics. That's it. Just treat them cool. Just be cool. You know? Just be cool. That goes back to their personality thing. You know, get them off the pedestal. A lot of times, and you know what? You could say hi or try to holler at them. Even if they reject you, just be like, all right. You have a good day now. Don't even get mad because of it. Because here's the thing. A lot of guys act like these beautiful women doing all this extra shit and all this crazy shit. Well, here's something for you. A lot of ugly ones do the same thing. In fact, one of my inner circle, man, he told me about some woman he encountered. He called her a 5. She was acting like a bitch. They got the same personality. It just depends on, really, if she find you fine or find you sexually attractive and she click with your personality. But whatever the case, they still human. I mean, a lot of guys make that mistake. They do all this different shit. And that's some fucked up shit. Nah. You just treat them the same way. I'm gonna tell you something with Rom. I'll talk to a 2 and talk to a 10 the same way in general. Just in general. Now, of course, if I meet the 10, I find her, you know, I'm particularly turned on sexually, then, you know, I'll give a little extra, but she's still human. And extra for me just mean, oh, okay, I'll I'll go in a conversation beyond just a hi and bye, you know. And even then, I'm looking to see if we click, because if we don't click, I'm like, oh, well, you have a good day, man. Seriously, I don't care what they look like. Remember, they human. See, a lot of guys got all this stuff and going crazy, lying to themselves. I'm like, damn, man. Whatever your religious path, there's only one God. So why are you putting this woman on? Seriously, I don't care who it is. I don't care who it is. I don't care how good they look. They got some shit that they're going to have some shit that probably get on your nerves or something. They still human. Like I said earlier, they shit, pee. They get cut right, they bleed. And unless you see them levitating or some shit and levitating something and teleporting and creating life out of nothing, then you could be like, oh, okay. You some type of goddess. But otherwise, shit, they just like everybody else. They corny. They can be corny. They can say some shit. And the shit corny as hell. You like, damn, what the fuck you talking about? You know, all of that. So, you know. So those 3 things, man. Sex, they want to do to have sex with. They want to do they click with. And then just in general, don't put them on a fucking pedestal. Just talk to them normal. See what's up. See if the first 2 are there. And if it ain't, it just ain't. You know? Just be going crazy over that shit. Like, oh, she rejected me. Well, whatever, motherfucker. Shit. It is what it is. So, anyway, yo, I'm go ahead, get my lunch, and then do what it is I do. Anyway, yo, it's been real. Hold up. I'll let y'all later. Peace and many blessings.